Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Now, usually I'm showing you guys my latest truck build or some crazy road trip we're taking, but today is a little different. You guys have been blowing up my DMs and my comment section ever since that one photo dropped. Everyone wants to know, James, who is she? Is Jason finally off the market? Now, look, I've spent more time with Jason than probably anyone else this year, and I've had to keep my mouth shut for a long time. But the secret is out, and the golden boy of the family is definitely glowing for a reason. In this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes of the trips we didn't film, the secret meetups, and exactly who this mystery girl is that has my brother acting like a total romantic. Is there a ring in the works? Are we planning a wedding? I'm laying it all out, the truth, the timeline, and the hand holding her around the world. Let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about that photo. You know the one. I was literally in the middle of working on a project when my phone just started exploding. Notifications left and right. I check Instagram and boom, there's Jason, my brother, my best friend, holding hands with a girl in a cafe. And the internet is absolutely losing its mind. I've got to tell you guys, I was laughing so hard. Jason is usually the guy who is so careful, so low key. We've spent months dodging cameras and making sure nobody was in the background of our logs that shouldn't be there. And then one candid shot by a fan and the secret is out. It was like a weight lifted off our shoulders. Honestly, I called him immediately and was like, bro, you're trending. He just laughed. It's wild how one little gesture can cause such a storm, but I guess that's just life when your last name is Duggar. But hey, now that the cat's out of the bag, I can finally stop pretending I'm the only one on these road trips. Me and Jason, we've always been a team. Whether it's construction projects or just heading out to the lake, we're usually together. Because we're so close, we have this bro code where we don't really talk about our personal stuff to the public until we're ready. Being a Duggar brother is a unique experience. You're always under a microscope. And for Jason, who's often been called the pressure to find the right person is huge. I've seen him handle that pressure with a lot of grace, but I've also seen him want his own space. Keeping this secret wasn't about lying to you guys. It was about protecting something that was just starting. We've had a lot of late night talks about what he wanted for his future and seeing him finally find someone who fits into our crazy life. It's awesome. I'm just glad I don't have to keep the secret from you guys anymore because it was getting really hard to edit these videos. People ask me all the time, James, when did you know? Honestly, it wasn't one big moment. It was a lot of little things. Jason started being a lot more careful with his phone. He'd be smiling at texts in the middle of a job site. Usually when we're working, we're 100% focused on the build, but Jason was, let's just say, distracted. Then he started suggesting these random trips to places we don't usually go. I was like, why are we driving 5 hours for coffee? Man. But then I saw him on a FaceTime call one night and I saw her. And the way he was talking, not the usual Jason talk, but like genuinely happy and soft. I knew it was serious. He finally pulled me aside and told me the whole story. And from that moment on, I was his wingman. I've been helping him hide the truth for months. And man, has it been an adventure? Okay, it's time to stop the guessing games. You guys have been scarring every tagged photo and background pixel. So let me just tell you who she is. Her name is Claire, and honestly, she is exactly what Jason needed. She doesn't come from a famous family, which is something Jason really wanted. He wanted someone who liked him for Jason, not for the show or the name. They met through some mutual friends at a conference about a year ago. I remember Jason coming back from that trip and he wouldn't stop talking about this girl who actually challenged him on his construction designs. Claire is smart. She's independent. And she has this amazing curly hair that you guys saw in the leaked photo. She's into the outdoors just like we are. And she can handle a dirt bike better than half my brothers. Seeing them together for first time, it was obvious. She wasn't intimidated by the Duggar thing at all. She just saw a guy who likes trucks and building things. That's the real Claire, and that's why my brother is so head over heels. We have put some serious miles on my truck this year, and most of it was to keep this relationship under wraps. We'd tell everyone we were headed to a work site or scouting land, but really, We were driving hours to meet Claire in these tiny little towns where nobody would recognize us. I've been the designated driver, the cameraman, and the lookout more times than I can count. We'd go on hikes, visit remote coffee shops, and just hang out at parks where we knew there wouldn't be any paparazzi. There were times when we were filming vlogs for this channel and Claire was literally standing 10 feet behind me, just out of the frame. It was like a high stakes game of hide and seek. Jason was so dedicated to giving her a normal start to a relationship without the internet weighing in. Looking back at some of my old videos from 2025, you can see Jason looking off camera and smiling. Now, you know who he was looking at. I have to clown my brother from it because romantic Jason is something I never thought I'd see. This is the guy who used to think a romantic date was taking a girl to a car auction, but Claire changed all that. Suddenly, Jason is asking me for advice on flower arrangements and looking up best sunset spots in Arkansas. I caught him one afternoon writing a song on his guitar, and Jason doesn't just play for anyone. It's been hilarious to watch. The golden boy has gone soft. He's even started dressing better. More iron shirts, less grease on his jeans. The guys at the job site have been giving him a hard time, calling him lover boy, but he just takes it with a grin. When a guy is willing to endure that much teasing from his brothers, you know it's the real deal. He's definitely not the same Jason who used to just want to work on engines all day. People always ask about the interview process with my dad. For Jason, it was a little different because he's older and he's been so solid in the family business. When he finally told Dad about Claire, there was a lot of curiosity. Dad has always been protective, but he also trusts Jason's judgment. When Claire finally came over to the big house for dinner, you could feel the tension in the room. Not because it was bad, but because it was a big deal. Claire handled it like a pro. She sat right there across from Dad and talked shop about real estate and faith. By the end of the night, Dad was showing her old family photos and telling stories. It was the official green light. Having that parental approval is a big weight off Jason's shoulders. It means the relationship can move from the secret phase into the future phase, and that's exactly where they are headed now. Jason thinks he's so sneaky, but he was dropping hints for months. If you look back at his Instagram posts from late 2025, you'll see unidentified hands in the frame of his coffee photos or a second shadow on the ground during his sunset walks. He was breadcrumbing you guys. He wanted to share his happiness, but wasn't ready for the full reveal. Every time he'd post a photo with a caption like, "Great day outdoors," I'd text him and say, "Bro, everyone knows you didn't go on that hike alone." He'd just send back a laughing emoji. It's been a fun game to play with the followers. But I think the leaked photo actually did him a favor. Now that it's out, he doesn't have to be so careful with his shadows anymore. He can just live his life. So are they courting or dating in 2026? Those words mean different things to different people. Jason and Claire have chosen a path that works for them. It's a very intentional relationship with marriage as the goal, but it doesn't have all the super strict rules you might have seen on TV years ago. They're spending a lot of time getting to know each other's hearts and goals. They have chaperones, sometimes, usually me, but it's more about being around family than being watched. Jason is serious. He isn't interested in just dating for fun. He's looking for a partner for life, someone to build a home with, literally and figuratively. Whether you call it a courtship or just a serious relationship, the destination is the same. You know, the sisters have to weigh in. Jessa, Duggar, and Jill have all met Claire now. Jessa was the first to give the stamp of approval. She told Jason, "She's way too good for you, so don't mess it up." Duggar and Jeremy have been a big support too, especially since they understand what it's like to have a relationship in the public eye. They've given Jason a lot of advice on how to protect Claire from the online noise. The sisters love that Claire isn't a fan. She's just a normal, solid girl who loves their brother. It's been cool to see the whole family rally around them. Usually the sisters are the hardest to impress. So if they like her, Jason is in the clear. The rules are definitely changing for the younger brothers. We've seen how things worked in the past, and we've learned what works and what doesn't. For Jason and Claire, it's about intentionality over legalism. They are allowed to have private conversations and spend time together, but they still value the input of their families. it's a balance. Jason wanted a relationship that felt natural, not like a scripted it, that I think the way they are doing things is a great model for the rest of us. It's about building a foundation of trust first. 2026 is a different era for the Duggar family, and Jason is leading the way and showing how to do it right. All right, let's address the elephant in the room, the ring. People thought they saw an engagement ring in one of Claire's recent photos. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything officially today, but I will say this: Jason has been spending a lot of time looking at jewelry websites lately. He's a builder, right? He likes to plan everything out before he starts the constructions. He's making sure everything is perfect. Whether an engagement has happened or is about to happen, the direction is clear. Jason doesn't do things halfway. If he's committed, he's all in. Keep your eyes peeled, because when the announcement comes, it's going to be huge. You guys noticed we've been in Florida a lot lately. It wasn't just for the weather. Claire has some family connections down there, and it's been the perfect place to get away from the Arkansas bubble. We've had some of the best times on the coast, just fishing, hanging out on boats, and letting Jason and Claire have some space to breathe. Florida has become their safe haven. It's where they really fell in love, away from the pressure of the big house. Every time we head south, Jason gets this look on his face like he's finally home. It's been an incredible year of travel and growth for both of them. Jason has always been the stable one, the golden boy who never causes trouble. That comes with a lot of pressure to be perfect. He's felt that weight his whole life. Finding Claire allowed him to drop that mask. With her, he can just be a guy who makes mistakes, who tells bad jokes, and who isn't always on. She's helped him realize that he doesn't have to carry the whole family reputation on his shoulders. Watching him relax and just be himself has been the best part of this whole journey for me as a brother. He's finally living for himself, not just for the expectations of others. Meeting Claire's family was a highlight for me. They are just good salt of earth people. Her brothers are into a lot of the same stuff we are, so we hit it off immediately. They were a little wary of the Duggar thing at first. Who wouldn't be? But once they saw how much Jason loves their sister, they welcomed him right in. It's been great to see two families from different worlds come together so naturally. Jason fits right in at their dinner table. It's not just about a girl. It's about joining a whole new community, and Jason has found a great one. Why did they keep it a secret? Simple, because once the public knows, the relationship isn't just yours anymore. It belongs to the commenters, the tabloids, and the critics. Jason and Claire wanted to make sure their foundation was rock solid before they let the world in. They wanted to have their first in private, first argument, first big talk, first time saying, I love you. You only get one chance to start a relationship without outside noise, and they protected that chance with everything they had. I really respect them for that. It shows they are prioritizing each other over the fame. The dynamic at home is definitely changing. Jason is moving on, and the bachelor pad is getting a little quieter. He's already started thinking about building his own place. He is a contractor after all. He's looking at land, drawing up plans, and dreaming about a home that belongs to him and Claire. It's bittersweet for me because he's my right-hand man, but I'm also so pumped for him. Every guy reaches that point where he's ready to build his own nest, and Jason is 100% there. The next chapter is going to look a lot different, but it's exactly what's supposed to happen. They had a whole plan for the reveal. It was supposed to be a professional photo shoot with a nice video on Jason's channel. The leaked photo kind of threw a wrench in that, but they aren't letting it bother them. They are still going to do their official announcement on their own terms. They want to share their story properly, how they met, what they love about each other, and what the future holds. So even if you've seen the candid shots, stay tuned for the real story. It's going to be worth the wait. They have some surprises planned that I can't even talk about yet. If you're asking me, I think we'll be seeing a wedding before 2026 is over. Things are moving fast because they are so right for each other. I'm already preparing my best man speech just in case. I see them building a life that's a mix of Arkansas tradition and their own new adventures. They'll have a house full of kids and a yard full of trucks, and they'll be happy. Jason has found his match, and I couldn't be happier for my brother. It's been a long time coming. but the golden boy found his gold. Thanks for sticking with me through this whole journey. I know you guys care about Jason, and I wanted to make sure the truth was told from someone who was actually there. Keep supporting Jason and Claire as they navigate this next step. Be kind in the comments. They are real people with real feelings. I'm going to keep bringing you guys along for the ride from truck builds to the next big family event. The secret is out. The bro code is fulfilled and the future is looking bright. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.